Hello students, welcome to the Pythagorean theorem, and in this video we will review Pythagorean theorem and then you will work on two word problems. So the objective is to apply the Pythagorean theorem in real life situations. And Pythagorean theorem is technically used for right triangles only. Okay, so if your triangle is acute or obtuse, you cannot apply the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, and the Pythagorean theorem states that if you have a right triangle and the two legs are A and B, the hypotenuse is C. This is very important. The longest side is called hypotenuse and the two shorter sides are called legs. So we know that A square plus B square is equal to C square. Okay, a very important and powerful theorem in geometry or in mathematics, Pythagorean theorem. A square plus B square is equal to C square. So let's take a look at examples. If you look at example number 1, okay, I gave you a right triangle, and the first thing you should do, decide determine the value of A, B, and C. So A is 3, B is 4, and C is X. Technically, A and B you can switch because we added A squared plus B squared is same thing as B squared plus A squared, but C has to be the longest side. It's always across from the right angle, which is also called hypotenuse. So if you write A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared, okay, you will get 3 to the second power plus 4 to the second power is equal to C squared. 3 times 3 is 9, okay? Please do not say it's 6. We don't do 3 times 2, we do 3 times 3. 9. 4 times 4 is 16 is equal to C squared. 9 plus 16 is 25 is equal to C squared. And now you can ask yourself, what number times itself is equal to 25? Okay, and the answer is plus 5 or negative 5, but in geometry, distance cannot be negative, so the answer is 5. Also, you can use square root on your calculator, so C is equal to 5. Now, to check if your answer is correct, hypotenuse is supposed to be the longest side. And if you check it, 5, okay, that's more than 4 and 3, and that kind of tells you that your answer is correct. So what I want you to do right now is pause the video, okay, and please attempt question number 2. So pause the video, set up number 2, and then watch my solution. So in number 2, first let's determine the value of A, B, and C. Okay, so let's start with 13. This is your C, that's your hypotenuse. Okay, that's the longest side across from the right angle. X would be A and B would be 5. So the equation is A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. So if you substitute, you get X squared plus 5 squared is equal to 13 squared. X squared plus 25 equals 13 times 13 is 169. Subtract 25 from both sides. Okay, you will get X squared is equal to 144. And then, this may not be obvious, what number times itself is equal to 144? The answer is 12. You can also take a square root. So on your calculator or your cell phone, make sure you locate the square root symbol. So X is equal to 12. Now, please check your work. We are looking now for one of the legs. And we know that the legs are always shorter than the hypotenuse. Okay, so I got 12. Hypotenuse is 13 units. Therefore, my answer makes sense. And it looks like we did it correctly. Okay, two more examples. Example number 3. Right away I'm going to just use the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so we get A, we get B, and we get C. So you will do x squared plus 13 squared is equal to 15 squared. Okay, x squared, 13 times 13 is 169, and 15 times 15 is 225. Minus 169 minus 169, x squared is equal to 225 minus 169. You get 56. And then if you think about this, what number times itself is 56 is not one of the perfect squares, okay? And therefore square root and square root. And square root of 56 gives you approximately 7.5. So x is approximately 7 5/10. Okay? Now please pause this video and attempt question number 4. That will be the last example on this page. And we'll skip question 5 and 6. So again, pause the video and attempt number 4. So question number 4. Okay, we have hypotenuse 42 units. One of the legs is 14 and the other leg is x. So I can do x squared plus 14 squared equals 42 squared. Okay, so x squared, if you're not sure what's 14 times 14, use your calculator, and that would be 196, is equal to 42 times 42. I'll use my calculator. If you do 42 times 42, I get 1,764. 1,764. Then I can subtract 196 from both sides, so minus 196. So I will get x squared is equal to 1,568. Okay, and then if you take a square root of both sides, so square root and square root, x is approximately 39.6 if I use one decimal place, or you could, technically you should say 39 6/10. Okay, so that was the overview of the Pythagorean theorem, and now let's try two problems, word problems. How do we apply Pythagorean theorem in real life, or in other words, where do you see Pythagorean theorem in real life? Okay, so the two problems I have for you are word problems. Okay, so look at my direction. Make a diagram, apply the Pythagorean theorem, solve using steps, and label the answer. Okay, so question number 1. The bottom of a ladder must be placed 2 feet from the wall. The ladder is 13 feet long. How far above the ground does the ladder touch the wall? What I recommend doing is read the question again and maybe underline or highlight the most important pieces of the problem. So the bottom of the ladder is 2 feet from the wall. The ladder is 13 feet long. How far above the ground does the ladder reach? So let's draw a picture. Imagine this is a ground. Okay, imagine this is a building. Okay, and the ladder looks like this. So this is your ladder. Okay, and there's a right triangle because typically any building will be perpendicular to the ground. So the ladder must be placed 2 feet from the wall. So this segment is 2 feet. Okay, the ladder is 13 feet long, so that's the hypotenuse. And the question is this: how tall, how far on the building? Let's redraw the picture again so you can see it without the building. So I have a right triangle, 2, x, and 13. Okay, so x is a, b is 2, c is 13. So you can write x squared plus 2 square is equal to 13 square. X square plus 4 is equal to 169. Subtract 4, subtract 4. So x squared equals 165. Okay, and then if you take a square root of both sides, square root of 165, let me check my calculator, square root of 165, I got 12.8. Okay, so the answer is x equals 12.8 feet. So this is your final answer. Okay, and finally, take a minute and try number 2. When I say take a minute, obviously it will take you more than 1 minute. Attempt question number 2, and then we'll do it together. So in question number 2, what is the length of the diagonal of a 9 centimeters by 14 centimeters rectangle? So the key word in this problem is diagonal. Okay, diagonal, if you buy a TV, when they say, oh, for example, computer, the monitor, 17-inch diagonal is basically the length of the segment that connects opposite corners. Okay, diagonal. So if you draw the picture, a rectangle, the diagonal is this segment. Okay, this segment is called diagonal. And we can use Pythagorean term because we have a right triangle. So this is 9, and this is 14, and I am looking for diagonal. I'm going to call this D. I can call this C if I want. So I get 9 square plus 14 square is equal to D square. Okay, 9 times 9 is 81, plus 14 times 14, I think we already did this today. 14 square will be equal to 196, equals D square. 81 plus 196 will give you 277, so 277 is equal to D square. Finally, take a square root, okay, and the final answer would be about 16.6. So D is approximately 16.6 centimeters long. So this will be the length of the diagonal. Okay, thank you for watching the video and have a good day.